All right, everyone. Earlier, I likened the Great Microphone War, which is what's happening over the presidential debate, to the Battle of Five Armies, actually, from The Hobbit. Now, of course, that's maybe a bizarre reference, but let me try to explain. You've got a weird situation where the Trump and Harris campaigns are fighting with each other. ABC News is up in the air. They're like not sure what the hell is going on. Trump apparently disagrees with his own staff, with his own campaign. And then you have the general public also in the fray, weighing in on every possible angle of the subject. It's literally five armies of people that are all at odds over the debate ramifications. Now, here's the truth of it. The legacy media the other day, most of them, told the public that Donald Trump was trying to throw the debate. That's not actually the case. Trump was trying to adhere to the original rules of the debate, while nonchalantly saying, well, I don't really care if you change the rules of the debate. In agreement with the Kamala Harris campaign, actually, ironically enough. And Kamala Harris's campaign was balking. They're trying to change the debate rules. They want an open microphone. And the reason why is twofold. We talked about this the other day, both on my live stream and on the quartering stream. There are two reasons why Kamala Harris wants open mics. Number one, Donald Trump performs much better when he is forced to be linear. When he is forced to be concise, he is a much better public speaker. He goes from, reasonably good to very good. He becomes exceptional, actually, at times. He's better at jabbing. He can measure the time and defend himself, jab out, and do all of the other things he needs to do. He can convey a message in a more terse format, and he becomes a much better public speaker. So, Kamala doesn't want that. Kamala wants him to do the run-on sentences and things like that, and to ramble. Number two, and literally everybody fucking knows this, she wants to be able to do the girl boss thing. She wants to be able to wiggle her head back and forth, shake her finger and say, I'm the one that's talking right now, Donald. She wants that opportunity so badly. She doesn't really want to come out in public and have to talk at all. But if she's going to try to girl boss it. That's just her personality. And this is exactly, by the way, a microcosm of why I could never vote for her. Because it's more evidence that she's going to do the sort of I'm in charge, I'm speaking thing, and that makes me worried that she's going to start a war. Basically, the boys over there, fuck you, I can do the same thing that you do, I'm going to send in the U.S. Army and bomb a small third world nation. It makes me worry that that would happen. I got the same vibe from Hillary Clinton. I've explained this before. When she did the girl, and Hillary Clinton was less pernicious than Kamala Harris, God, and she was definitely more of the darling of the legacy media. At the very least, she was willing to hold a goddamn presser. She worried me, because I thought, you're the first female president. I want you to be a non-interventionist. Because otherwise I worry that you're going to you're going to feel coerced into starting a war or doing some diplomatic bullshit because all the boys have done it. And so you're going to want to prove yourself as the first, you think of yourself as Milan or something, Milan who committed genocide against the Huns, actually. It's interesting when you look at it from the other side of the perspective of that movie, that Milan technically was genocidal, actually, at the time. Cunning, but genocidal. Well, that's Kamala in a nutshell. She's not an unintelligent person. Well-spoken? No. She's not good at communicating. But she's not stupid. And she doesn't have cognitive decline. That worries me even more. Because Kamala Harris, unlike Joe Biden, will make her own decisions. And therefore, the same egotism that Biden has, that he can't really act upon, she can. And that is dangerous, in my opinion. She hasn't pledged herself to the kind of thing that Donald Trump has. Donald Trump brags about never having started a war and having de-escalated several others. He's got Tulsi Gabbard's endorsement now for a reason. which is, by the way, it's actually meaningful, just like with RFK Jr. He's got all these former Democrats that are joining his fucking campaign and being his proxies and stuff. Kamala Harris would probably start at least one major war just to differentiate herself from the other gals that didn't. Well, I'm the big girl in charge now. I've decided to bomb this country. Meanwhile, you've got an effort in Congress to try to put the cat back in the bag, one that Trump appears to support, to force Congress to declare war before strikes can generally be conducted. I happen to agree with this effort. Now we'll see what happens with that. The great microphone war is upon us. Will they be muted or will they be unmuted? Trump says he doesn't care. His staff say that they do care. And there's a reason. Trump can be his own worst enemy. I genuinely believe that this situation is very cut and dry. Donald Trump thinks that it's a great idea. He doesn't seem to realize, and he does have character faults. Hey, fellow MAGA, believe it or not, there are things that are impeachable with regards to Trump, and I don't mean impeachment in the congressional sense. He is not reading the room right, in my opinion. He thinks that it's a good idea to be able to simply speak sound in the Fury style. That's not a good idea. Let Kamala do that. Let her be completely vacuous. She will convey no meaning. She's not going to get to the issues, generally speaking. She's going to be acerbic. She's going to rub off the wrong way on people, in more ways than one probably, unfortunately. And she's going to say things that don't make sense. Allow her to speak. If I were Donald Trump, right now in my debate prep, I'd be training for one thing. Let her speak as much as possible and speak as little as possible. Listen to what she's saying and then get sound bites from it. I've done this in debates before myself. It's not hard to do. Pay close attention to what she's saying. Seize on one or two things that she has said in the last 60 seconds that are actionable. And then pound away at them. Ignore everything else that she's saying. Get her mad. She will come out and try to do the girl boss thing. But don't speak over her. In fact, let her speak over you and just sit there and look smug. Because it will look bad for her. People don't want a girl boss president. That's what Trump, not necessarily his campaign, doesn't seem to fully understand. People don't want that in a president. They're not interested in it. It will especially piss off male voters. Although plenty of female voters, they're like the cottagecore female vote, they're going to be turned off by that as well. Every black man that has to deal with the sassy nanny is not going to react well to someone that reminds them of Mammy, effectively. I mean, not to be stereotypical, but that's just the long and short of it. People don't want to be sassed around. They don't want to be talked down to as though they were dirt. And Kamala Harris has the tendency to do this. So allow her to do this. Just allow her to give her enough rope to hang herself with. Colloquially speaking, of course. Don't tase me, bro. The great microphone war has begun. We'll see where it goes from here. That's about all. Peace out.